Doctor Who has gone through many changes over the years, from new faces, new companions, new TARDISes, and obviously new stories. But since the iconic gay writer Russell T Davies took over the show back in 2005, the show's LGBTQ+ representation has certainly been out and proud. So with it being Pride Month, let's go through some of them best bits from the show which really show Doctor Who is the best LGBTQ+ ally. When Doctor Who first started in 1963, it was illegal to be gay in the United Kingdom, with same-sex marriages only being legalised 11 years ago. So I guess the first question is, why is it important? Because we have a lot of straight representation in the show, with many characters being straight, the Doctor having or falling in love with women, if that is with a song, or Rose Tyler as examples. Russell T Davies said, Doctor Who is a very clever show that doesn't rely on guns and lasers, it relies on wit and style. It is a show about an outsider who visits communities where sometimes they are treated harshly and sometimes welcomed like an old friend. And on the BBC, someone wrote, throughout the Doctor's life, they collect friends and special people, comrades and companions, and they help them close. We queer people can really relate to the idea of chosen family. So I guess that is why LGBT has been so big and popular within LGBTQ+ community fans in the show, because a lot of people can resonate themselves with the Doctor, and whilst people do watch Doctor Who for a form of escapism, to have something you can relate to can be really nice. You get a mix of both worlds, and it's something that's relates to in a really, can be very upsetting but a very understanding way, and the Doctor goes through that as well in a place where people can obviously relate to. So the first out LGBTQ+ character for the show on screen was Captain Jack Harkness. And I think something else is that Doctor Who is known for being very camp, and introducing someone like Captain Jack, who is known for his campy moments and his cheekiness, his wit. Doctor Who is able to attract a lot more LGBT fans, and that was that question today as to why there are so many. It's because the characters that do relate to them are such standout and have them really funny and good moments. I mean, Doctor Who is camp even if it's played by a straight character, like the Master, for example. Well, the Master in several appearances with his dancing. So it is important to find that safe space where people can escape from the world, not to be reminded, but put in, not forced down our throats, because it never is. I mean, people will say that, but it's never forced down our throats. It's slid in. The kiss between the Doctor and Rogue at the end of Rogue, that was about 8 seconds of the whole episode where we shared that moment that felt deserved. That really does go a long way for the community to share that on the screen. Now, while Captain Jack was the first openly gay character on Doctor Who, the first full-time companion openly gay character was Bill Potts back in 2017, and that was a really great story we had of her and Heather, which yet again they shared their kiss on the last episode, which felt deserved, and they ended up going off together. It's a sweet love story which Doctor Who's always had, David Tennant and Rose Tyler, but to do that for gay people has more of a bigger message, because of, as I said, when Doctor Who started, you weren't allowed to be gay, and still today it is still seen as a taboo by quite a few people, especially within the Doctor Who fandom. Of course, we cannot forget about Madame Vastra and Jenny. Whilst they were not full-time companions, they were returning sort of side characters, and they were obviously together. I obviously know that Madame Vastra is a lizard, but quite obviously played by a female. It was great to have that, seeing how their relationship works, how they bounce off each other in a quite flirtatious way. And then we go into 2022-2023 times when Yasmin Finney is the first transgender character on Doctor Who. Brought in a brand new dynamic for the show as well, with dealing with her being dead named. I cannot tell you how important it is to see someone like you on screen. Makes you think that you could be them one day, you can do what you want to do, because if you're constantly getting hated on and constantly getting you're not important, you're hated, it will make you think, maybe I'll just give up. But to see that on the screen makes you think, no, that there is hope, there is a chance for me, because I'm seeing it on the screen, and that person could become the person's hero, and it can really mean a lot for them. And then we've got Ncuti Gatwa. Look, the Doctor is not even a human, so they've never been straight. The Doctor loves everybody, and I think that's really, really important for a character like the Doctor to not really have preferences. He kind of likes anybody, because that is what the Doctor is all about. And he just doesn't care. His lack of care about who he, you know, falls in love with is sometimes damaging for the Doctor, obviously, because we end up losing them, but for the audience, it's great to see. Obviously, Jodie Whittaker and 13th Doctor and Yaz, there's definitely hints of flirting, and they both liked each other. I think that was ruined by poor writing. They never obviously did share a kiss, but they did have a lot of very fantastic moments together. And then came Rogue, which is what this video is on the back of that episode. I think overall the story is fantastic. They had then deep moments where they spoke about how hard it was losing people, which they have both done, and that grew them closer, and it felt natural and it felt deserved to share that kiss at the end of the episode. It's good to have representation in Doctor Who for the LGBTQ+ society. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your best moments. I may have missed out some gay characters, but the ones I've named are predominantly the main ones, the ones that come to my head anyway. If you're new to the channel, if you want to subscribe, it'd be fantastic, and give this video a like, and I'll see you all very, very soon.